This is a SandyBoy Productions podcast.
Welcome to the Urban Pharmacy Podcast, where we help women remove the overwhelm of living their most holistic life. This is the place to find evidence-based nutrition tactics, healthy lifestyle and wellness tips, abundance mindset, and easily implementable low-tox living strategies so you can rise up to your full potential and protect your family's health. I'm your host, Stacey, certified holistic nutritionist and better living advocate. Now, let's get empowered with some simple swaps that make a big impact for optimal wellness.
Welcome to episode 43 of the Urban Pharmacy Podcast. Apologies if the audio is kind of funky right now. I am in my car recording this intro, but nonetheless, that is the life of an entrepreneur. All right, so here you get a little glimpse in one of my Holistic Hack Tuesdays. I recorded this a few weeks back in my private Facebook group, and I wanted to share this with you because I think it's so incredibly important to your success as a human being and as a woman in business, if that is what you do. This episode is all about community and how much community matters to your success long-term. So I hope this resonates with you. And if you love it, please make sure you share it. And don't forget to subscribe to the Urban Pharmacy Podcast and share it with your friends. All right, be well. Here it is.
Hey, Health Crusaders. It is Holistic Hack Tuesday, and we are coming to Jesus, or we are having a TED Talk today. It's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, it's going to be to the point, and it's very, very important. And I want to talk about community. I want to ask you, do you think that your community matters? Do you think that your community makes an impact on your success? Do you think that your social circle actually makes a difference in if you make money or not, or if you feel well, or if you're sick very often? Do you think that that has anything to do with the people that you hang around? I want you to think on that, because the answer to that question is yes. Yes, it matters a lot. It's science. There's been studies. Your community matters. Your community is going to impact how much money you make. Your community is going to impact your health. Your community is going to impact how many people's lives you touch in your life because of your positive or your negative attitude. Your community matters. How much does community impact your success in this one very short life? Again, I told you we're coming to Jesus this morning. We are doing a TED Talk. I am not going to be nice. I'm going to give you the straight facts. You have to cut toxic people and friends out of your life. I'm going to explain more. Are you ready? To set yourself, here's a quote from Rumi. Set yourself on fire and seek those who fan your flames. Set your life on fire, or yourself, and seek those who fan your flames. Thank you, Rumi, for that wonderful quote. Now, Will Smith says, don't be hanging around jokers who don't let you shine. People need to nourish and inspire you. So, look back at your text messages. Hey, Corey, good morning, girlfriend. I'm glad that you are here for this. This is so important. I want you to look back at your text messages. Are the people who you just talked to or who you've talked to recently, are they throwing logs in your fire to keep the fire burning? Or are they gently watering it down? Are they gently watering the freaking flame? I want you to stop. We are going into Q4. Regardless if you are an entrepreneur or not, I don't even care. If you are an ambitious person who cares about accomplishing what you want in your life and getting closer to your ultimate vision and making the impact that you want and being a purposeful human being, you have to ask yourself this. Are you surrounding yourself with people who are trickling water on your flames, or are you surrounding yourself with people who are throwing logs into the fire so that you can actually make the impact that you want, so that you can actually stay healthy like you want to? Because if you're surrounding yourself with people who are sick and overweight and practicing bad habits that you know aren't feeding you and your soul and your well-being, you are going to be doing the same regardless if you think it or not. It is just, you are the result of the people who you surround yourself with. Think about the last month of your life. Who did you hang out with that only made you better? Who on the list of people that you hung out with for the last month, you could actually put a star by their name and say, these people helped me get closer to my ultimate vision? This was a wake-up call when I was listening to this morning. I was like, whoa. I don't know. I don't know if it's more than 50%. If I put everybody's name down on that piece of paper and I put a star only by the people who are actually getting me closer to my ultimate vision and making me feel like I can do whatever I really am setting myself, my mind to, is it more than 50%? I don't know. I don't know. It should be more than 50%. Okay. You ask yourself that. Then I want you to know that these people who you could put a star by their name, and they are actually getting you closer to your ultimate vision. They are actually fanning your flames. They are actually adding fuel to your fire. They're an integral part to boosting your impact in this world because they make you feel more confident. They cheer you on. They stand behind you when you want to give up. Do you have an enabler in your life right now when you're like, I don't know, I just started this network marketing business. Like, a few of my friends bought from me, but nobody else is buying. Like, are there people that you're talking to, they're like, yeah, it sounds like it's just so hard. Like, it just sounds like it's so hard. Maybe it's just not for you. Or are you hanging around with people that are like, well, how many people have you connected with over the last week about it? Are you just posting on social media and praying that people are going to buy from you? Do you have somebody that's actually supporting your negativity? Or do you have somebody that's like, well, gosh, what can we do about that? How can we get you closer to what your initial goal was, right? So the people that you spend your time with are going to make or break your dreams, period, end of story. Not everyone deserves to be around you, and that is also period, end of story, a hard truth, but you've got to be aligned with that and know that in your mind. And you have to defend your light with your life. Will Smith also said that. You have to defend your light with your life. So who are the people in your life right now? I want you to shout them out. Tag them, keep them in your circle, text them, let them know that they've made a difference in your life. Let them know that you're thankful for the way that they push you into your discomfort zone, or that they really support you and cheer you on, and that they're always there and have your back and make you a better person. Like, you've got to keep them in your circle. You've got to make sure you're nurturing that relationship and that you keep them close. Okay? Now, where was I? Oh, you are the result of 5 to 10 people, the 5 to 10 people that you currently hang out with the most. I know you've probably heard that, right? You've probably heard that quote or saying before. You are the result of the 5 to 10 people that you surround yourself with the most. And you are also the result of your parents, the people that you grew up around, and the people that you work with. However, you can choose to keep those learned behaviors and those learned communities within your scope of your ultimate vision, or not. You can choose to be different. You can choose to go a different path. You have the choice. So Dan Pino, is that his name? Dan Pino. He's like a very mean man. He says, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. It is straight facts. That's why Will Smith says you can't be hanging out with jokers. Like, you can't be hanging out with jokers. You have the ethical responsibility to surround yourself with people who clap for you. Bravo. Keep going, girl. Like, keep going. You're amazing. You're doing amazing. You can do this. Yes, you can. And those who, you also have the responsibility, the ethical responsibility to stop hanging out with people that are doing destructive things to your well-being. If your friends are not like that, the people who are clapping for you and fanning your flames, then they're not your friends. They're not your true friends. And you have to maintain that friendship. You have to maintain that friendship and nurture it, like I just said. Maintaining a friendship with the people who are not fanning your flames, or who may be dimming your light or unshining that sparkle within you, it's not good for you, and it's not good for them, for you to be staying in this relationship. Okay? And I'm not trying to say it to be too harsh, but like, we can dive a little bit deeper into this right now. Okay. What if it's your family that's bringing you down? Because I know, like, that is a question that I get from clients. That's a question that I get from friends. Like, what if it's your family? Do you walk away? Like, is your mom your best friend, but you talk to her and you tell her everything, and like, she's enabling you to give up? Or she's like, yeah, honey, that sounds so hard. Maybe it's not for you. Like, is she actually helping you grow? Like, I'm not saying that you can't love your mom, but like, what about this? What if it's your family that's bringing you down? Do you walk away from them, or do you have to detach yourself? Maybe. Think of this situation like you are training to be a lifeguard. Think if you're training to be a lifeguard and you are trained to become the person who is going to help that person that's drowning and that's panicking. What they train you to do is to put your foot out. To put your foot out and brace yourself. Brace yourself. And then you give them your hand and you say, I'm here to help you, but you need to stay calm. And then, if they cling to you like a harsh, crazy person, you are actually trained to push them away. Is that mean? You might think so, because they might drown. You might not be able to save them if you push them away. It seems super cruel, right? But what's worse than somebody drowning? Both of you drowning. If they're going to pull you in, you're going to both die. I like that perspective. I like thinking of it like that. That's really crazy to think about, right? So it's just like I've said before, like, you got to put your gas mask on. This is what I train. This is what I teach my clients. Like, you have to take care of your body first. You have to take care of your well-being first. You have to take care of your personal growth first before you serve anybody else. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to be the helper. You're not going to be able to make the impact. You're not going to be able to do the things that you want to in your life to the effect that you want to, because you are not there for yourself. You're not protecting yourself. You're not protecting your life. Okay. So it's a fail if both of you die, right? So it's the same with somebody in your family. And if they're down a path of bringing themselves down, and then even worse, bringing you down after you have tried to maybe help them, they're not paying attention, and they're not maybe willing to take the advice that you've given them. So it could be the same story over and over again with a person in your family. But all you have to do is give them the help that you know you have. Put your hand out and say, hey, look, I'm here to help you. Give them words of wisdom, and let them take that with their own contempt. And especially if it's somebody that's addicted. Maybe they're addicted to eating terrible food. Maybe they're addicted to alcohol. Maybe they're addicted to drugs or whatever. But like, you have to make the choice. Like, what are you feeding into? Who are you letting into your life on a normal basis? It's not cruel to move away from somebody and decide that certain behaviors are not to be tolerated because they don't align with the person that you are trying to become. And you are the result of the people who you surround yourself with. I've said it, and I'm going to say it again. You are the result of the people you surround yourself with. So what are you going to do? What are you letting in right now? Who are you letting in right now? This is the same reason why poor people hang out with poor people, and why people who are overweight or morbidly overweight hang out with people who are overweight or morbidly overweight. You are the result of the people who you surround yourself with. Period. End of story. You are directly impacted by your community. Period. End of story. If you want to make a lot of money, and if you want to be really healthy, you better be surrounding yourself with people who make a lot of money and who are really healthy, or living a holistic life, or approaching their sleep in a way that's almost, like dictatorship-like. I have a client that I teach Pilates. I've been teaching her for 10 years. I have only one person that I still teach in my life at this moment in time, the Mind Body Fitness method. I teach her 3 times a week. She told me this morning that if she happens to get cancer, her and her husband decided that if they happen to get cancer in their life, because they watched this documentary that I watched years ago on like how to get well from cancer. Anyway, long story, but she said, we decided that if we get cancer, you're going to be our person to help us like get better, because you're not gonna let us steer off of the path that's actually better for us, regardless if we like it or not. So you have to think about those people that you're letting in your life. Are you letting the people in your life that like are going to help you get closer to your ultimate vision and like push you there, or who are going to enable you to become less than you can be? Are you surrounding yourself with people who cherish the power of sleep, and who cherish the power of nutrition, and who cherish the power of money? Because the more money that they make, the bigger impact that they can make, the more that they could give to charity, whatever, right? Like, ask yourself this. Put the stars by the names of the people who you've hung around with for the last month, and ask yourself if these are the people that are getting you closer to becoming your ultimate self. This past weekend, I held a workshop for women in business. And I consciously chose to do that. And I've also consciously chosen to only let clients hire me who are very ambitious or entrepreneurs. And the only reason why is because I feel as though those people are driven enough to make the impact that they want. They tend to have less excuses. These are the people who I want to hang out with. Not to say that I don't have my own excuses. That's why I have my own mentors, so that I can work through all of that, right? I'm always growing. I'm always investing in myself. But I held this workshop for women in business, and not just for any woman, but for women in business, because I want to surround myself with women that want to make a big dang impact with their service that they sell, the product that they sell, whatever they sell. They're making a big impact, and I want to surround myself with people who are leveling up. Those are the people that I want to work with. Those are the people who I want to serve. And you have to make conscious decisions when it comes to your community and who you hang around with. It's also okay to morally choose people who are trying to help you get better, and to shy away from people who are trying to bring you down. It's okay. It's totally morally okay. I want you to be at peace with that right now. Is it rude to live this way? No. You have one life. Are you abandoning friends and family that are in need? No. You're still giving them your words of wisdom, like I said earlier, and they can take it or leave it. They can make that choice. It's hard because I have a family member that I really wish made different choices. I give them tools. I give them some words of encouragement and advice every now and then, and I walk away and I remove myself from it, hoping that one day it's going to change them. It's going to help them for the better. Maybe they'll live longer because of the changes that they make. But you can't change people. You can only give them your words of wisdom. Let them take it or leave it, right? It's not selfish. It's not morally wrong to protect your energy with your entire life. It is super incredibly necessary and appropriate to look at your social circle right now and make a decision of who you are going to keep around and who you aren't. We are going into the fourth quarter of 2021. I don't care, again, if you're an ambitious woman or if you're an entrepreneur currently. You need to make the choices moving forward that are going to help you become the person that you know you can be. We have a very short, fleeting life, and your life matters, and your story matters, and your purpose matters. So, wrapping up today, you have to surround yourself with people who want the best out of the best part of you. I'm going to say that again. You have to surround yourself with people who want the best out of the best part of you. How cool is that? I heard that this morning. I was like, that is amazing. Not just the best out of you, but the best out of the best part of you. So like when you're at your very best, they want your very best out of that. Okay, I think you get the point. That's how you're going to make the biggest impact in this world. And there's seriously no other way. That's it. If you want to like get some cuss words going in your life, and you should watch Dan Pino, because he is so straightforward, like so mean about it, but so smart when it comes to the community, like, and your success. You should listen to some of his words, and it will change your mindset. That's why having a mentor is so important. That's why somebody who is cheering you on is so important in your life in terms of your success, and someone who will also listen to your failures without any judgment, and they will be authentic with their condolences toward your failures. However, they're not going to let you stop. They're not going to let you give up. So lastly, here's a little visualization. Think of a crab in a bucket, or multiple crabs in a bucket. You know, there's that one little dude that like is just crawling, and he puts his hand over the top of the edge of the bucket, and he's about to pull himself out, and he's this cute little crab, and he's just trying to get out. And then all of his friends are like clawing on him and well, maybe they're not his friends. They're clamping onto him, and they pull him back into the bucket. Is that who you're hanging out with right now? Like, are you a crab in the bucket that's like literally about to get out of the bucket? And you're like, hell yeah, I'm about to be free. I'm literally about to become the person that I want to be, and I'm going to live. I'm not going to die. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. End of story. If you're not growing, you're dying. So are you a crab getting out of the bucket, or do you have people that are holding you back? Okay, amen. Suzette, girl, let's be the crabs that get out of the bucket. I know you can be. Okay, that's it. Amen. See you next Tuesday. Bye.
I'm over here cheering you on because you just finished another episode of The Urban Pharmacy. For today's show notes, head on over to theurbanpharmacy.com and be sure to join us inside our private Facebook group called The Urban Pharmacy, where we share inspiration, live trainings, and holistic living tips to help you build community and the healthy lifestyle that you've always wanted. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button and please consider leaving us a 5-star review. Before we connect again on the next show, follow me on Instagram at The Urban Pharmacy. That's urban with an H and pharmacy with an F. And I can't wait to hear your wellness journey as we get to know each other better. You know, there's truly no better time than now to level up your life, and I am so proud of you for showing up today. Until next time, be well, Health Crusader.